There's a number of fantastic architectural firms in New Zealand. Ignite are right up there at the top from a point of view of quality of work and from a point of view of engagement and compatibility. We'd say they're almost without peer.
We are a little bit different to the other sectors or regions at Ignite. We're smaller, so we can be a little bit more agile and versatile here. At the moment, we're actually working across multiple sectors. We're doing a lot of work in retail, commercial, residential. We're working with universities, working a lot of on civic projects, working with different councils around South Island. Try to focus on doing as many different type of projects as possible, having fun along the way.
The vision for 211 High Street was creating a highly sustainable building. It's a mass timber office building. It's nice to see it taken into the commercial space a bit more.
The mass timber is coming from a construction product that can be regrown. Use of the mass timber generally helps us from the beginning to limit the embodied carbon.
The glass facade was used to maximize the visibility of the mass timber. We're a bit of a shame to have all that beautiful timber being hidden by walls, so we try to maximize it. With all that glass comes the effect of solar gain, so we had to put a white frit on most of that north-facing glazing, just to give it a bit of shading.
The build process overall for the primary structure is unique how fast it is. It is quite an amazing technology. Mass timber in this case came from a supplier in Europe. Everything came prefabricated, ready, pre-cut, and only had to be assembled. The Hilti connectors allowed for a very quick connecting process.
And Hilti worked with our structural engineers on the project itself to develop the system as we went. So it's a bit of a first in New Zealand as well as globally.
Amoki project, the library and service centre, it was an earthquake rebuilt. It had extensive damage. The council deemed it more feasible to build a brand new centre rather than trying to repair the existing one. That triangular shape is defined by the river, and we found that quite an important feature. We had an idea of the roof actually following the river, which also creates a relationship with the landscape. It actually ties it all in, but those curves also help to bring people into the building. The movement of the people guided by the roof form as well. So staying within budget was a really critical part of this project, not only because it was the Christchurch City Council, but there's obviously ratepayers to think of. I think there's that balance between pragmatic and having a focus on design, trying to incorporate all of the stakeholders' needs and wants, the same to the budget constraints, and providing something that's going to be durable and long-lasting for the council.
It's all architecture, it's all about creating spaces for people, but it's also understanding where are the challenges along the way. Our philosophy is to be working really close to the clients, and our philosophy is actually to build buildings. And as simple as it sounds, in the building industry, it can be sometimes really challenging. And one way for us to achieve it is to advise them along the way, be commercial, be realistic, to give the right advice to achieve their beautiful goals.
I think I would recommend Ignite to other parties who are looking to engage in architectural practice for three simple reasons. Firstly, they're fantastic architects. They've got wonderful vision, they've got wonderful creative ability, and they're producing fantastic buildings. Secondly, they're a great team to work with. They're very real people, they're very down to earth, they're pragmatic, they're very easy to get on with. And thirdly, they have that lovely balance between creating something that's fantastic and appreciating our desire to create it in an efficient way. And they blend those three things together really well, and they're just lovely to work with. And we're certainly looking forward to the next project that we do with them, and hopefully they're looking forward to the next project that they do with us.
Seeing Christchurch grow for me is an amazing feeling, and specifically seeing our buildings designed by us becoming a new fabric of the city is really exciting. Our projects are building the cityscape around us really satisfying.